Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Okay, well, today we're looking at a scene rewrite for a fictional story. It's called The Keeper of Threads.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and there's this cosmic weaver of fates.
Okay.
And then there are these characters who discover their true names and like their roles in this massive multiversal tapestry. So yeah, we've got a lot to unpack here.
Right off the bat, what strikes me is the sheer scale of it. But we're not talking about some kind of everyday drama here, right?
No, definitely not.
This story is grappling with some pretty profound concepts, fate and free will, the kind of stuff that's captivated philosophers and storytellers forever, basically.
Yeah, for sure. And this scene doesn't mess around. It just throws us right into the thick of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it opens with this description of the void, like this endless expanse of nothingness. But it's not actually empty. Yeah, it's got all these rippling fractal patterns and these luminous threads that like weave together, forming this kind of lattice of light and shadow.
Wow.
It's almost like, when you're staring into the heart of a universe being born.
That's an amazing visual.
Yeah.
And it sets the stage for something huge, something cosmic.
Right.
It really makes you think, like, if this is what we're dealing with, what kind of characters and conflicts could even exist in a place like that?
Exactly. And right at the center of it all, there's this being called the Keeper of Threads.
Okay.
And the description, it paints them as like humanoid, but also really alien, you know? Like they're made up of these like shimmering, writhing threads, almost like living constellations or something.
Wow.
It's both beautiful and kind of unsettling.
Yeah, definitely. It's like looking at a being made of pure energy and potential.
Right.
A being that's holding the very fabric of existence in their hand.
It makes you wonder, what would it feel like to actually stand before a creature like that?
I don't even know. Terror. Maybe both.
I think I'd be speechless, to be honest. And then we have our main characters,
Okay.
Mira and Noah. But we soon learn their true names are Alara and Kilian.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're standing there hand in hand. Defiant, but also definitely vulnerable,
Yeah, in the face of this, like, cosmic being. And
Exactly. And that detail about them holding hands, that really stands out.
it does. It speaks to their connection.
Yeah.
Like a bond that even this keeper can't break.
For sure. And then the Keeper just drops this bomb on them, reveals their true names, Alara and Kilian.
Wow.
Calls them stars chosen anchors, like they're bound to hold this whole tapestry of existence together.
That's heavy.
Seriously, talk about a life-changing revelation.
Like being told you're not just living your life, but you're a fundamental part of how the universe works.
I know. It makes you wonder, like if you were in Alara or Kilian's shoes, would you feel this sense of purpose? Or would it just crush you with the responsibility?
Right. That's such a human question, isn't it? We want our lives to have meaning, but what happens when that meaning comes with strings attached?
Yeah. What if it's a destiny you didn't choose?
Exactly. And Alara, well, she doesn't hesitate. She's like anchors or prisoners. You can feel her anger, her hurt, like she's accusing the keeper of toying with their lives.
Totally. And Kilian jumps in too. Says they're not just threads to be pulled, not stories to be written and discarded. They want to know why they have to keep going through this endless cycle.
It's like they're both refusing to be pawns in this cosmic game.
Exactly. It's so human, that reaction. Think about times in your own life when you felt trapped by expectations, by circumstances, whatever. Haven't you ever just wanted to scream, I'm not just a cog in the machine?
Oh yeah, for sure. We all want to make our own choices, shape our own destinies.
Right. We crave that agency, and this scene really digs into that.
What happens next?
Well, the Keeper answers them, explains that without Alara and Kilian, the entire, lattice of reality unravels.
Oh.
Yeah. And it goes even deeper than that. The Keeper says they're not just bound by love, but are its embodiment.
So they're not just individuals caught in this web. They represent something bigger, this fundamental force that holds the universe together.
I know, right? It's a mind-blowing idea to think that two people could have that kind of impact on reality itself.
Absolutely.
And the Keeper goes on to say that their union ignites worlds, but their separation, that would shake existence to its core.
It's like they're two sides of the same coin, essential for balance and harmony.
Yeah, and it makes you think, what happens when two forces that are meant to be together are constantly being pulled apart?
Is that a metaphor for the chaos of existence? Or maybe the challenges we face in our own relationships?
I like that. It definitely makes you think about the balance of power in any relationship and how even the smallest disruption can have huge consequences.
So where do they go from there?
Well, things take an even more intense turn. The Keeper decides to show Alara and Kalion visions of their past lives.
Whoa. Past lives. Now we're getting into the mysteries of time and memory.
I know, it makes you wonder, if we could see all our past lives, how would it change us? Would we feel more connected to the grand scheme of things, or just overwhelmed by all the loss and regret?
That's a question that's haunted humanity forever. Our place in the universe, the meaning of it all.
And this scene takes us right to the heart of that mystery.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Me too.
So the first vision, the Keeper shows them. It's Alara, right?
Yeah.
And she's wielding this, like, radiant staff.
Okay.
Fighting against these shadowy horrors.
Battle scene.
Total chaos, energy everywhere. But the thing that really got me was Alara's face. It's like she's not just fighting to survive. She's fighting for something more, something bigger.
Like she's driven by some kind of higher purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Something even she might not fully understand.
Wow.
And then the scene shifts.
Where to?
We see Kalion. He's holding her broken body, on this desolate battlefield, like a field of stars. It's just heartbreaking.
Oh, wow.
So much loss, so much despair. You really feel the weight of their shared history.
All their cycles of love and loss.
Exactly. And then, like a glimmer of hope, we see them reunited.
A reunion.
Yeah. Under this glowing tree.
Yeah.
So much warmth, so much love.
A brief moment of peace in all that chaos.
Right. But of course it can't last.
What happens?
They're torn apart, some unseen force ripping them away from each other.
It's like their love is constantly being tested.
Yeah, challenged by forces beyond their control.
So each of these visions, it just adds another layer to the story.
Right, like we're seeing this tapestry being woven. Threads of love and loss, joy, sorrow.
All coming together.
To create something beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. And, you know, the source material really emphasizes how these visions are presented.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like panels in a graphic novel.
Oh, interesting.
Each one capturing this key moment in their journey.
Yeah.
Which I think is really effective.
Yeah.
It shows how fragmented memory can be.
How our past lives aren't necessarily this neat linear story.
Exactly. It's more like glimpses, flashes.
Looking through a kaleidoscope.
Yes. Just these brief bursts of color and light that create something amazing but fleeting.
Okay, I see that. And are there any specific details from these visions that stand out to you?
Oh, definitely. For one, there's this moment where we see Alara's scars.
Scars.
Yeah, and they're glowing with this golden light.
Okay.
And then there's Killian's broken guitar string.
Okay.
And suddenly it starts vibrating
Yeah.
with that same golden energy.
Those details feel almost symbolic, don't they?
Right, like clues.
Yeah.
The glowing scars could represent Alara's resilience, her strength in overcoming pain.
And the broken guitar string.
Maybe that's Killian finding strength in unexpected places, like even his flaws, his vulnerabilities.
I like that. It suggests that sometimes our brokenness can be a source of power.
Exactly.
So what happens next with Alara and Kilian, I mean?
Well, seems like Alara's had enough
Of what?
of everything. All the pain, the endless cycle, feeling like a pawn. She steps forward, right up to the Keeper.
Oh.
And she says, "Then let us be more than your tools. Let our love reshape your design. If we are the anchors, we will tear free and weave a fate of our own."
She's drawing a line in the sand.
She's done being controlled. And Kalian, he stands with her.
Yeah.
His broken guitar string, remember. It starts resonating with Alara's light.
So it's not just defiance. It's their love, their shared will that's challenging the Keeper.
Yeah. And it's literally affecting the void.
What do you mean?
It's starting to crack a fracture around them. And the Keeper's threads, they're unraveling.
Wow. Talk about a powerful image.
Their love is so strong, it's disrupting the very fabric of this reality.
It makes you wonder what that means for the nature of reality itself. Are we all capable of shaping our destinies, like through sheer willpower and love?
That's a profound thought. Maybe reality is more malleable than we think, more susceptible to our choices, our beliefs.
To our deepest desires.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
It suggests we're not just passive observers, but active participants, like co-creators of our own reality.
Right. If Alara and Kalian can stand up to this cosmic being, the Keeper, what does that say about what we're all capable of?
It's inspiring for sure. If they can break free, maybe we can too.
I think that's the message this scene is trying to get across.
So just to recap, we've got Alara and Kilian standing there, defiant, Their energy is literally tearing apart the void. It's amazing.
It really is. And they've made a choice to fight for their freedom, to make their own destiny, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about escaping the Keeper's control either, right?
Right. Remember what Alara said? Let our love reshape your design. They want to transform fate, create something new, something better.
That's what makes this so powerful. It's not just about breaking free, it's about building something new, taking the threads of their lives and weaving a tapestry that reflects their own values, their own vision for the future.
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, what would it look like for us to do that? To
Yeah.
reshape our own destinies?
Yeah, what do we need to let go of to step into our full potential?
Exactly. Maybe limiting beliefs or external pressures, things holding us back.
It's something to think about for sure. We may not be up against a cosmic weaver of fates, but we all have struggles that make us feel trapped sometimes.
That's true. But this scene, it reminds us that even when things seem impossible, we have the power to choose, to act, to fight for the future we want.
It's a powerful metaphor for the human experience, isn't it?
Definitely. We're all weaving our own tapestries, thread by thread, choice by choice.
And the cool thing is, we don't have to do it alone.
Nope. Just like Alara and Keelian draw strengths from their connection.
We can draw strength from our relationships, our community, our shared humanity.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
It does. So one last thought for everyone out there. If our lives really are like a tapestry, let's make sure we're actively involved in the design. Be bold, be courageous, and never underestimate the power of love to reshape our destinies and maybe even the destiny of the world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.